is Sophia Kwarteng. I was born in Cape Coast in 1954. I left Kumasi with my older sister. I left Chia with my grandmother, and I lived in Accra for most of the time growing up until college. My childhood was very interesting, it was fun. I remember living with my sister during summer, the long vacs, we called it long vacations. My cousins, they lived in the northern region. They would come from Tamale and then stop at Kumasi and we'll have fun, and then we travel down to Chia and sometimes to Fusu. So we'll just spend a lot of time with all the cousins. Yeah, it was really good. 1966, I know I was 12. It was about 12, yes. Yeah, I know everything was quiet. We heard that they were shooting, there were gunfight and all that, the Flagstaff house, and so nobody went anywhere. And then we heard on the news that General Frifa and Accra, and then they've taken over. People were celebrating actually. They were not happy with Nkrumah, the way he was going. People felt that he was suppressing. People generally were not happy because he wanted to make Ghana one-party state. And Ghanaians, I believe, are capitalists by nature. So when he said we're gonna go communist, that everything was like a communal living where everything was gonna be kind of like one pot, and everybody will kind of distribute and share. It didn't sit well with a lot of people. You hear adults talking about it, yeah. They were also careful because they felt that he had spies. So they were careful about how they spoke about him, even in private. It was just that things got harder. Like you couldn't find milk, it was difficult to find sardines and things like that. I remember a champon, and I remember Rawlings also coming both first and second time. So after the Frifa, Kufu, Accra, their coup, then when they came, then Buzia came, and then a champon came. Ghana, we like peace. So you're concerned because what is it going to turn into? And you're also concerned because you don't know whether it's going to be truly for the better or for worse. He had a lot of support because he came in promising relief for the quote-unquote average Ghanaian. And he came eating like the average person who'd be walking the streets and eating the yokagari, and all that. So people really related with him until later on when it seemed like he had switched. I think the first time he was in, he actually genuinely did live and portray that he really cared for the average person, where all the people that had bribed, and taken state funds for their personal use were all prosecuted, and people actually brought in whatever it is that they, so that sense was good, that everything that belonged to the government, to the state, had to be turned back to the state. But I think when he came back the second time, somehow I think he had lost perspective. Yeah, so it didn't come across that the same vision was being carried through. But life in general was good, was really great. I enjoyed it. Except by the time I was graduating from college, things had gotten really hard. Things were hardship, Yeah. It was difficult to find jobs and things like that, and that's why some of us decided to stay. Compared now, I'm looking at where things are now, and I'm thinking we should be moving forward rather than backwards, because I don't remember a day when we had a power out. When I was growing up, we always had power. The only time you didn't have power was when you didn't pay your bill. We had water all the time. So I don't understand why this time it should be even better. We're not. It just doesn't make sense to me.